Midway through a surgical operation, a spider suddenly crawls onto the surgeon Jack's shoulder. Startled, his hand jerks, triggering a severe hemorrhage in the patient. Staring at the spider he blames for the accident, Jack crushes it under his foot and turns to scold his assistant for the poor sanitation, yet the assistant looks utterly confused. When Jack lifts his foot, the spider is gone without a trace. What did he even see? A sharp, throbbing pain erupts in his head at once. Colleagues urge him to go home and rest, but Jack insists he's fine. No sooner has he spoken than his vision blurs and he collapses to the ground. His colleagues rush to examine him, only to discover his brain is riddled with tumors, the root cause of his hallucinations. Jack knows full well the hospital will never keep a doctor with a brain disorder, and his colleagues' next words make things worse. The tumors are in the late stage, and there's no cure. A colleague then hands him a business card, suggesting he try a specialized hospital nearby. Overwhelmed by despair, Jack initially decides to give up on treatment entirely. He returns home and tries to cook dinner, but recurring headaches make him fumble with utensils. Desperate for relief, he grabs the business card and asks his colleague to accompany him to the hospital. Upon arrival, they find it in an extremely remote location, and Jack is told to hand over his phone and ID card. His colleague tells him to wait in the lobby while they handle the formalities. As Jack looks around, he spots only one young girl waiting for treatment. He asks her what's wrong and learns she also has a brain tumor. Jack fights through a headache to comfort her, saying a miracle will surely happen, yet the pain strikes again, and he can't help vomiting. In an instant, hospital staff rush over, pin him to the ground, and clap a hand over his mouth. Others immediately spray disinfectant around him, as if he's carrying a contagious virus. Thankfully, his colleague hurries back and tells Jack not to resist. The staff then let him go. Jack is taken to an examination room, where a doctor named Lisa tells him to lie on the bed and places a small pouch of bones on his body, warning him not to remove it for the entire exam. Jack has never heard of such a procedure, so Lisa tapes the bones to him and asks about his hallucination symptoms. After Jack's colleague describes what happened, Lisa looks shocked, stating Jack has been infected with the most terrifying virus imaginable, and yet he's still alive. She then begins chanting an incantation, which only makes Jack's headache worse and frays his nerves. Convinced the hospital is a scam, he flings the bones aside and tries to leave the exam. But in the blink of an eye, the room's lights flash red, and the space warps around him. Jack feels his body burning from the inside out. Lisa yells for him to pick up the bones and put them back on at once. His colleague tries to rush in to help, but Lisa stops them, saying Jack has to do this on his own. Jack manages to grab the bones and reattach them, and the room snaps back to normal. He promptly passes out, and the pouch of bones melts into a green, paste-like substance. The hospital's director is stunned to learn Jack is infected with the most advanced strain of the virus and forbids him from leaving, as the virus is extremely rare and Jack is the perfect research subject. The next day, Jack wakes up in an unfamiliar room. A fellow patient reassures him he'll get used to the place, but Jack has only one thought: escape. He quietly gets dressed and sneaks into the hallway, where he runs into the young girl from the lobby. Her head is now shaven, and doctors are about to perform a craniotomy on her. Jack comforts her, telling her it'll just be like taking a nap, and she's wheeled into the operating room. Midway through the surgery, bizarre things start to happen. The 4-tube connector twists and warps, surgical instruments move on their own, and the girl's eyes turn pitch black. Seconds later, everyone in the OR passes out. Soon, the entire hospital is unconscious. Everyone, that is, except Jack. As he stands there confused, a searing headache hits him again, and the hospital is instantly shrouded in a blood-red haze. All the unconscious people vanish without a trace. Jack hears the girl's voice, and a pool of black liquid oozes from the floor, clinging tightly to his hand and pulling him down. Just as he's about to collapse, the director appears, chanting an incantation, and extracts a black, shapeless mass from the girl's body. The hospital instantly returns to normal, and the unconscious patients wake up one by one. Jack realizes something far more sinister is going on. This is the second time he's witnessed such chaos. He confronts the director, demanding answers, and the director finally tells him the truth. The so-called brain tumors are actually demonic viruses that attach to human brains and control their every move. This hospital exists solely to eliminate these demons, and Jack is possessed by the most powerful one of all, meaning he can never leave. The director then begs Jack to stay and help. As a skilled surgeon, he can cure himself and save countless other demon-possessed people. Thinking about how his old hospital abandoned him, Jack agrees without hesitation. His first day on the job, however, all he wants is a glass of water, but the water fountain acts strangely, as if someone is playing a prank on him. Frustrated, Jack slaps the fountain and a jet of water blasts toward him. Lisa arrives just in time, pulls out a game console, and speaks to the water in a soft, soothing voice, like calming a child. The chaos ends instantly. Lisa explains it's a low-level demon, harmless and only needing gentle handling. Meanwhile, a man returns home from his morning workout to find his wife lying in bed, gasping for air and completely motionless. He panics and runs out for help, and through the light, he catches a glimpse of a faint, ghostly figure pinning his wife down, its hands wrapped tightly around her neck. Soon after, the woman is brought to Jack's hospital, his first patient as a staff surgeon. Jack treats her like a regular tumor patient, administering deep anesthesia and running an EEG. Midway through the test, the woman passes out, but her EEG waves spike wildly, and her body contorts in unnatural ways. Lisa immediately stops the test, and the head of the department, Anna, chews Jack out for his ignorance. His conventional treatment has provoked the demon inside the woman. What should have been a simple gallbladder removal is now useless, and the danger is even greater. If the demon senses a threat, it will kill the woman instantly, raising its danger level to class 2. Racked with guilt, Jack heads to the medical records room to research the case. Lisa explains the demons are classified into 3 danger levels by number. Class 1 is the most vicious, the type possessing Jack. Class 3 is the weakest, like a misbehaving child, and the Class 2 demon possessing the woman is a malevolent one, and according to the records, it fears amethyst. The only way to subdue it is to extract the gallstone it's attached to in the woman's gallbladder and bind the stone to an amethyst. The next day, the ore is set up with a circle of mirrors surrounding the operating table. Lisa inserts a probe into the woman's gallbladder but finds nothing. Jack has a sharp realization: the demon has been manipulating the woman for so long that she lied about her gender. He takes over from Lisa, and sure enough, when the probe touches the left side of the gallbladder, the woman reacts violently. In an instant, red shadows flash across all the mirrors. Jack precisely extracts the gallstone, and the ore is immediately engulfed in a blood-red haze. A female demon floats above the woman, whispers a heartfelt goodbye, and then vanishes completely. Jack fastens the gallstone to an amethyst, hands it to the woman, and warns her repeatedly to carry it with her at all times. If she ever lets it leave her side, she'll die. One day, Jack is alone when he hears a voice in his head again. He knows the most powerful demon is still inside him, and he screams, begging it to stop. Meanwhile, Anna and the director are discussing Jack's condition in private. Anna insists Jack will eventually transform into a physical demon, but the director smirks and says that's exactly what he wants. Where did the demons come from? Is the director involved? Find out in the next episode.